price. Something's wrong in Verdansk.
Gas is closing in. We need to exfil now.
Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's worth the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud where the vision saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down, oh cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another night of Ammo League action. As we get a little bit closer to the playoffs, these two teams are definitely fighting for viable spots. We have Team Pup and Suds and Team Hypernova both sitting at 5-4 on the Ammo League season with just about 3 matches left to play. We will see how these teams kind of split themselves among the pack as other teams fall out of the playoff race. Here we go, looking straight at the league rules here as we look each. This is a All right, ladies and gentlemen, sorry for any technical difficulty we had there as we had a little bit of a letdown there, but we should be all set to go now as we look at the Team Pup and Suds and Team Hypernova getting ready for their matchup tonight. We're going to quickly go over the rules as this is a 90-minute point race format. Teams will have 90 minutes to collect their best 3 scores over those 90 minutes. Now, here's how the scoring sets up. Each elimination worth 1 point of placement, and then 1 point starting at top 20, and then as we climb that list, the points get higher, ultimately going to a victory worth 25 points. Now, here are how the standings shape up to this point in the season. Now, things are getting a little more spread out amongst the teams. The Crusaders, of course, sitting at the top, however, losing this week to the Sharpshooters and putting them at 9-1. A few other teams falling apart as we get closer and closer to the end of this regular season. We're getting good. We're getting to the good stuff here. But without further ado, now with a little bit of the delay with the stream, we should be good to go. And we're going to get right into the action here. We're going to get to Team Pup and Suds.
See how it goes, first one.
As Team Pup and Suds, made up of General McCarth, the team captain, who will be carrying the stream tonight.
No, I liked it better that way.
Arsenal, one of the premier players and one of the higher players on that MVP watch list currently. Be sure to keep an eye out for him.
No, we're going storage. I accidentally pressed that. Yeah.
And I believe Tumbler will be the third to start off the night. They do have an alternate, Direwolf, but Tumbler has been getting the action as of late. Jay Wood, how are you, bud? Thank you for tuning in to Ammo League action. Please let us know how the audio is throughout the night. We'll be able to give that a fix as we go on here. As you can see on the right side of the screen, you have the Team Pup and Suds logo. That signifies that that is the team on the big screen. Under that, you have the timer.
Right in front of me.
Those are the live 90 minutes. So once that clock hits 0, each team must be logged in, actually starting the queue time for their last match. We allow that queue time to go just because we don't want to penalize any teams for a terrible lag. And there he is, going down quickly. General McCarth losing the pistol battle.
In there,
And this could be an early ghoulie
aggressive. I went aggressive.
As this might be one of the earliest ghoulies we've had on a primetime broadcast, but here we go, rolling right into it. Moving to the left-hand side, peeking down the left-hand column. Seeing nothing but a few shots ringing out. He gets put down first. Not a good start for General as he gets put down quickly. However, it sounds like Arsenal and Tumblr are holding up their side as they already have close to enough money to pick him up, if not enough already. More shots ringing out. LMG in hand. They try to get down low, and he gets them. That's one of them right there, looking for some more. Going to try to keep the high ground here as storage room sometimes plays difficult if you don't pay attention, because a lot of even space, even on the second level here, as you see Arsenal currently holding. Eyeing down with the Odin.
Nice. There's 3.
And that's 3. And for General falling early,
Damn. Stuff, eh?
not much left to be desired as they already bring him back. Now we're going to go to our coveted split screen action here. So you'll be able to see Team Pup and Suds on the big screen. On the left-hand side of your screen, you will have the opponent's Team Hypernova. This Team Hypernova not yet into a fight, but an Oceanographer, as you can see, also looking in. And General, the rough early day continues as he falls victim to a very hard floor. You know, that's not something you really want to hit.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yet we get him back up.
He was right behind us.
Needs a few shields to throw on. However,
Might still be
he'll
down.
be right there into the action as they already have a few eliminations just to start this one off. We're going to switch over to Team Hypernova. So now you can see Team Hypernova with their logo on the top right-hand corner.
Okay, he must have. Oh, he's behind the building.
And now Team Pup and Suds is in the small side on the left-hand side of the screen.
To your right. Sorry, to your left.
Snipers going back and forth here. Oceanographer Sniper, one of the more popular to be found early in this one. We'll see two very different styles here as Hypernova using most of their players, rotating them in and out as the night goes on. You'll see that possibly in effect here.
Right on my green mark.
You're watching
Yep. You draw me a little bit,
Mozzarella
guys,
Mott,
get some shields.
also known as Ferg, also known as Yesby,
Oh,
however you want to call him. That is your team captain, and that is the stream you're watching tonight as he gets dropped down. Both team captains falling victim to early deaths here in their first matches of the 90 minutes. As we have another ghoulie coming up. We'll see how he fares. As Hypernova already having 2 players fall victim to the ghoulie.
Thing was bouncing all over the place.
Lots of time left to pick up the pieces and get back to work. We'll see how Team Hypernova rebounds, getting banished early. Again, we want to say thank you for tuning into Ammo League action as we are in match 10 of the season. Each one of these teams sitting at 5 and 4. We're going to watch here. MP5 in hand, moving to the left-hand column again. Very popular move amongst the players in Ammo League play. Peeking down that left-hand column, not seeing anything. Now he's going to peek towards the middle, looking back towards the back spawn area of his opponent. Moving down the left-hand side into the spawn. Sees the red spray paint, brings out shots, not hitting a whole lot, but hitting enough. Bang, bang, see ya. I'm heading back to play. Return to sender. And now we'll see if Team Hypernova can go 2 for 2 in the ghoulie as they wait for the last player, possibly Remy, to get back into play as well. Actually, Remy already in the play. And so that is the other player, Eric. Eric also winning his ghoulie 2 for 2. We are 2 for 2 on the night for Team Hypernova. Able to pick up a cover-up. A is that a sandstorm there? A sand dragon? I couldn't tell. Sandstorm. 2 very good guns to find out of a chest, and now they seem back to good strength here. Let's see how they continue on. Now we'll go back to the split screen action here. Able to cover both teams at the same time. Pup and Suds seems to already have their loadout in hand.
Like, I love this guy.
As I hear another sniper shot going off on Team Pup and Suds side. As we will be watching General McCart's screen, you'll commonly hear that comm of player down from distance, as Arsenal, one of the premier snipers in this competition. Currently, the elimination leader in this league is Eggy of the Crusaders with 194, not playing this match as they lost to the Sharpshooters as he was out of play. And that opens the door for Arsenal to take the elimination lead if he succeeds to get 21 plus. Shots ringing up in the staircase, and General gets dropped for a second time. That's not going to help the KD as he dies 3 times without an elimination.
He's coming down.
And shots ringing out. That player's rushing to help as Arsenal and Tumblr looking to help fight from the other side, and there's a drop right there. Arsenal 5 eliminations early. Now they're going to push on this last player. As they already buy back General yet again.
I dropped all my money on it. More people.
Hopefully he doesn't make a habit of this tonight. As another full elimination there for Arsenal. As they start to pick up and a loadout drop incoming, and both teams getting a loadout. As Hypernova able to get their own. And both teams now seem to be set up quite nicely for a long run in their first match of the night. First game of the night, rather. You hear me commonly refer to matches in games. Match is the entire 90 minutes.
You need the other loadout for Ghost or anything?
When I refer to a game, it's the one game that you see here. So 3 games are the equivalent of an entire match score.
38 meters east, maybe 102.
Yeah, he's going that way.
If we have any issues with the audio or any questions, please ask in the comments. We'll be able to answer those right away. As many of the competitors in this season in Ammo League play do tune into the stream, as well as myself able to help you out and keep you in tune with what happens here in today's play. More shots ringing out ahead. General seems to be a little bit further behind. The bullet being fired upon. It seems to be on the Hypernova side. We're going to quickly switch on over.
Fuck. It's jumping my dead body in the
We're all inside. Both teams are in fights now. Gets 1 down, gets 2 down. Mozzarella Mott. One of the kind souls in the Ammo League playing devilish plays here. More shots ringing out, and Team Pup and Suds seems to all fall.
Yeah.
Plenty of eliminations there. Hypernova Remy bringing in a UAV now, trying to find that last player, only finding 2 eliminations there. Lots of money to be picked up, however.
Run by and pick up Silver.
Yep.
You have enough to get him.
Yeah, just trying to grab some money.
As Silver, who you might...
Let's go.
I hear them referring to Moose as Silver. As they get him back up. Arsenal also returning to play possibly here.
Where's that last guy?
Arsenal
was on the roof. I saw
sitting comfortably with eliminations here. Get his loadout.
We're gonna end up going right in the superstore.
Trying to move across the boneyard here. Several teams landing at the boneyard, military base, or farmland. Seems to be the 3 favorites among the players in this competition.
Silver, if you, you're not.
As he picks up a scavenger, trying to get enough money to be able to bring his teammates back.
See someone. He's right over that
2 out
wall.
of 3 players here for Team Pup and Suds, a full 3 for Hypernova. as both teams nearing close to the top 20 situation. And there he is, a player going down. And the last one alive is now Arsenal.
Right there.
He rings out shots, doesn't miss a single bullet, going to try to continue them on. Try to shoot over the coastline, can't seem to hit, so he's going to try to avoid, get back to the crates here, moving around in the boneyard, trying to get to
It's on the
a
roof.
little bit of a cover. Let's see how we can do
Three
it
of them
here.
there at least.
Plenty of eliminations going on. We're going to switch back over to Hypernova as they find themselves in a fight themselves. Here we go. One player remaining, one down, one out. Shots from behind, just outside the hangars at the airport. Lots of money to be put together now. Ammo
Oh my
galore.
God.
Going to try to fight here with a growl in hand. Left-hand side peeking. Bringing off shots. Hits all body. He's staying in the same spot, though. Very risky play. Player moving in from his left-hand side. Doesn't hit. Sliding back up now. Gets it down. Elimination. Going to continue to move on now. Has to go quickly. Reloading. Down's another.
Damn it.
Down two. Eliminated one of them, but couldn't ultimately take on all three. Didn't have the shield to do so. A 17th place finish. Let's see how the elims shape up here. 6 plus the 1. That's only good for 7 in their first on the night. Oh, we'll be sure to see better play as the night goes on. We'll stay with Team Pup and Suds here, as they are now in the close range of a top 20. Arsenal still the only one alive at this juncture. We'll see if he can kind of put his money together and bring up his teammates, as he's finding houses unlooted, but not finding a whole lot of money in the chests he's been opening. Again, another chest. That's the third consecutive without dollar bills in it. Let's see if he gets lucky. Finds a little stack here on top. Airport, very risky spot during this part of the game, as many of these teams now rotating to this point to have high ground if this circle plays partial to this area. Seems to be alone, however, you can never tell with as much distance as this area covers. Arsenal rolling with MP5 in hand. Much better with a sniper, but it didn't seem to bother him earlier as he was able to escape the fight. Laying down fire just to let him get away. However, losing a partner in the meantime. Both these teams sitting at comfortably at 5-4. But however, both of these teams have a little bit of different teams to fight in their last 2 matches of this Ammo League season. Again, 12 matches. This is number 10. 12 matches for each team. Top 8 move on to the playoffs. 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, and so on and so forth until we crown a champion. First round will be a 1-game series, or 1-match series rather. Semifinals and finals both best of 3. And that will ultimately crown a champion. Team Pup and Suds after this one will go on to face Earth of Foxes, and then the Toast Herd to close out their season. Hypernova facing the Big Apes, who are currently sitting at 2nd place, and the Crusaders, the top dog of this competition thus far. So, 2 different tales of the tape. Could play very beneficial for Pup and Suds, and detrimental for Hypernova, depending on how this one goes. Hypernova definitely needing this one possibly a little bit more, knowing they have a tougher road ahead. Both of these teams have potential to place within the top 4, but they'll have to win out to do so. as the Crusaders, Big Apes, and Vienna Sausages all sitting ahead. Crusaders at 9-1, and both the Big Apes and the Vienna Sausages sitting at 7-3. Hypernova could put themselves in a good spot if they are to win this one. They'll obviously pass Team Pup and Suds, moving to 6-4. And then they play the Big Apes. If they win that one, both them and the Big Apes will have the same record. And of course, Hypernova will have the upper hand, winning in the head-to-head, sliding them up possibly to 3rd place. So lots of important matches still to be played throughout the rest of this season. Of course, Crusaders already clinching the first spot. No chance of losing it, as even if they were to lose out the rest of the year, that would give them 3 losses. And the 2nd place and 3rd place teams both have 3 losses. That's the Big Apes and the Vienna Sausages. And the Crusaders beat them both in the head-to-head. Already eliminated from play, Earth of Foxes. And eliminated last night were the Cowboys. Now sitting at 2-8. Seems to be the magic number to make the playoffs. Starting to look like 6 wins, as the top 8 teams all have 5 currently. Grumpy Pickles sitting in 9th at 4-6. We'll see how the playoff table will shape out. Arsenal hanging up on the top. Just trying to get some placement here. This is what he's known very well for. Not sure what his second weapon is. Hasn't pulled out anything else that I've seen, as he's been wielding this MP5. Finally has his bullets in order as well. So we'll see how that helps him. Definitely tons of eliminations. So Gulag, as we see in the bottom right-hand corner. Let me quickly switch over and watch this. Gulag
Coming back.
wasn't able to get there in time. However, we got a couple kills. And they'll head back to play. The other player going down on the Hypernova side. That is Remy, but he'll be revived and he'll be all set to go. As we're going to try and stick with Team Pup and Suds on the big screen, as they're a little bit further ahead in their game. Top 20 now. This game definitely dropping a lot slower than the Hypernova first game, excuse me.
I have plates. Was like over there by that trash can.
And one down, Arsenal. One of the easier snipes he'll probably find today. Not sure if he'll be able to get the
I'm trying to mark it.
full elimination.
Someone's on us right now. Got him. Someone else has landed on our roof. Our
Trying to
roof,
find
Remy.
a little bit of money. There it is. Gets a little bit. Now he's going to have to move
Downed him
and
too.
hopefully find a
fuck, good
spot to
shit.
revive. Wasn't
Got it.
enough.
I
It was
didn't
only
have the third one. I had to
4,200 it
reload.
seems. So we need to
There's
find
a
a little
silence.
stack
Yeah,
here.
fuck,
Chests
at the
all
gas
around.
station, Mark.
There's his 500 he needed. Now he's going to have to
Two of them
find a
over
buy
there.
station. See if his teammates help him to ping it. Has to move towards the hospital. That's the closest one. Moving up to it. Those shots ringing out on the Hypernova side. As he buys back a teammate, we're in good spirits here.
I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna come down on you. I'm gonna let you know if there's anyone on top of that roof.
I don't know if you know. You might be on mute, buddy.
Yeah, there's 3 people up on top.
I there very well was. I don't remember when I did that.
It's all good.
There are crates in this building, so I got no armor.
Oh, it's on the fucking
I'm gonna
right.
push
There's
it.
so many people
I'm gonna
there.
push this scavenger kit.
As another player going down for Team Hypernova.
They were around you, Remy. I don't know if they're still around there, the gas station.
You can tell if I just saw a bird.
Comms very different for both of these teams. Team Hypernova to be one of the kind teams to each other. You'll hear them frequently apologizing to each other for saying something a little bit in the heat of the moment.
Going to
Pretty comical, I will say.
slowly.
Yep, that's
Pup and Suds much quieter on their end. Arsenal, very focused player.
Sweet
Silver, need a plate? I got an extra.
Pup and Suds player already eliminated on his return to play, possibly.
Should we buy a loadout?
We can buy a crate, yeah.
As Arsenal again moving across. Has been alive since the top 25 by himself. A couple of loadout crates here, not where he wants to be, and he quickly retreats, saying so.
You want that, and then buy some plates for us.
Thank you, T-Boy. I appreciate the kind words.
Rocketed us from up there at Blue Mark.
I'm happy I could help you guys out and bring you the first Warzone League that we know of.
I have no plates, really.
And hopefully the best in
Buy some.
the seasons to come.
I can buy the whole crate thing if you want.
5 more on the ground.
As it will be looking to expand as time goes on.
Let's just leave those guys.
Arsenal now approaching that top 10 situation.
Oh, you know, I'm gonna buy UAV.
Yeah, that's fine. Just chill right there and just wait. You can pop that shit now so we know where that team
Yep.
shoots.
Oh, they're coming.
Alright, that's good, that's good. Yeah, we can wait. Let's just not crazy push them.
As he hits one, hits two. What a play by Arsenal. Stun and gun, have some fun. That's a couple more eliminations. That puts him to 8. Now he waits for the third player to come up
How
the
the
staircase.
fuck did you know I'm coming? I haven't gone.
Let's see if this
Oh
plays
my
out into
God,
his
this
benefit. We're
game
going to
is
stay
crazy.
strictly with Team Pup and Suds here as we get toward the top 10. One grenade out, doesn't hit. Peeking down the staircase, waiting for this player to rise on up to his level. Slow playing it. Try to listen in on what he hears.
I don't have a gas mask. Yeah.
He's going to try to head up and over. Gets out. Now he's going to peek down below to see if this player... Oh, he's getting shot from the right-hand side, and he goes down. That's an 8th place finish. That's good enough for 4 points worth of placement.
Incredible.
Let's see how many eliminations go into that total.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if that was
17 points for Team Pup and Suds.
about it.
That is not a
Why did I
terrible
look on that
start.
break? I didn't know it.
Puts them into a decent position.
Got a lot of kills.
Now leading by 10. As we'll switch back over
17.
to Hypernova, who find themselves in a little bit of a difficult situation right now. Only having one player remaining in their game.
Do that scavenger, you might get enough money to get one of us back. But it's really up to you, Silver.
Oh, I didn't realize.
17-7 now getting a scavenger.
Yeah.
Now executing the popular scavenge enough money routine. As many teams finding
Alright, these are
themselves
pretty
in. One of the more unpopular updates is that not all chests
Plus a
have
lot of
money.
teams left for how small the circle is.
And sometimes that can prove crucial to teams trying to regain their strength back and put themselves at level ground
What, did he fall down and die after?
as he's trying to
Yeah, we
figure out which level
we're
this
playing with, like,
chest is on. As he
Commander's
figures it
brother
out,
and us two.
climbs up. Now he has to be careful
We
to
all died,
descend
Commander
back
got
down.
back, finished the
Popular is just to
scavenger,
go out the
and
window.
and fell down
As
the ladder right there.
that ladder on the backside is very crucial. Could
Yeah.
play a few tricks on you as he's going to escape out the window and
You
continue
did
on
all
to the next scavenger point.
Scavenger for it too, and just frickin' down the
Again, we
rabbit
want to say
hole.
thank you for tuning into Ammo League action. Another good turnout here as we see 2 5 and 4 teams face off. Team Pup and Suds and Team Hypernova right in the thick of playoff potential here. That's a big stack right there, so he's going to be able to get that together.
Oh, hello? Wow. I thought that was the third.
He'll get one more here
Silver, I'm just popping.
and have enough to bring back some teammates.
Money
Let's
out of
see.
it. Those are great.
Those are your
Can't
cool
quite
lads.
tell if he has enough right now, but we should be able to see
I think that's your best bet.
very soon.
The other one's in Boneyard.
Come on, I can't
Give me 1
see
second
it.
as I fix this logo here, as
That's at the
this is
end
the
of
Hypernova
Boneyard.
side. However, the logo seems to have a little bit of trouble on this screen, so we're going to fix that for you guys. One moment here. We'll switch over and have a split screen image as Team Pup and Suds drops into their game.
What do you know if they had a lot of cash when they died?
I think I had like 8,000.
1,000?
8,000.
Then I'll buy you back because it keeps some when you die.
Okay. So remember, I had like 9 some, or maybe it was like 7,000. I had like a lot, and I bought the
Either way, you
UAV.
keep some, so. Hey, we got enough to combine to buy 'em.
Still on the plane.
We can push our loadout third.
Oh, let's make our way out of it.
23 teams.
Let's go on the backside.
Find something.
Combined, you can buy shell, plates, blends with us.
Yep, coming
We had a
down
good
right
amount of kills. We should try and play circle a little.
As Team Pup and Suds drops in on the storage area again.
Oh, a big pile of
Hypernova now back to full strength. The Purist in hand now,
Damn, 3,700?
potentially for Mozzarella Mont. We'll see how he does it. Yep. Drops a bamboo shot and
Push for our loadouts.
put himself in a good position here.
You need two.
Yeah.
You need two
As
crates.
his team is
or
now at
plate.
full strength with just over 20 teams remaining.
Yeah, I'd say we push it because as of right now, I have a pistol.
Yeah, I'm cool with pushing it. I just want to make sure everyone has something.
Yeah, I got 2 extras now.
I have a P90. I can drop someone here.
I'm good. I got a gun. It's not a lot of ammo.
Remy, I can drop you a P90 then.
You watching the back?
Till we get there, yeah.
And you need ammo?
I got
I got like 90 bullets in my sub.
Just under the half-hour mark being into this competition here. Got some fights ringing out on the other side, so we're going to quickly switch on over. Player ringing up behind him actually gets him with his teammates hiding in the cubby. That's not a push you're going to win many times, folks. As they get a few eliminations early on. Mighty Mo in hand for General.
I'm gonna go buy some armor.
Oh, is there anything on the sensor? But that don't mean shit.
I think I heard it. Could have sworn I heard a door open to my left.
Go get that,
I don't hear anything.
over your P90s there. Here, and here's all your small ammo.
Wait, do you have any spare or AR ammo?
Now, if you missed out on the earlier action in Ammo League play,
Come on, I got 90 left.
yesterday we had a couple of great ones
I can climb up on this.
as Vienna Sausages took on Rico's Roughnecks.
Get some.
And Rico's Roughnecks, again, falling victim to losses
Now.
in extra time as they fell to Toast Herd before. And last night, Vienna Sausage player Cushy,
Came out of nowhere.
the Irishman, putting on a show, staying alive in the top 17, and ultimately winning the game himself.
Alright, he's behind you guys.
You'll be able to find that on our Instagram page. Ammo League tomorrow will be posted after these games kind of finish.
This way might be a bit
That
safer,
one building you were
deeper.
just by.
I hate
As Vienna Sausages ended up winning 89-85.
We should someone be getting bought back.
Pushing the Vienna Sausages to 7-3, a much-needed win as they were on a little bit of a skid. That will definitely help
We have enough
their
we
push
can buy.
later on in the year. Roughnecks pushing them to 5-5 on the season. Not where they want to be, however, still in playoff contention. Also yesterday,
Middle, center,
the Toast Herd putting up another 100-point match, playing stronger and stronger as the year goes on. As the Cowboys again struggle to find any kind of rhythm, technical difficulties also at play. As the Toast Herd moves to 5-5 and wins 106-24.
Where are we dropping?
Day before that, we saw a Titan fall as the Crusaders weren't able
Good shit.
Said they got 17 points
to
total.
overcome their disadvantages as the Sharpshooters handed them their first loss in a 55-45 finish.
Game.
I think there's someone on this roof.
And our other 7-3 team, our second place team, the Big Apes, able to hand a loss to the Grumpy Pickles, 84-36, and making the playoff climb a little bit more difficult for the Grumpy Pickles, having to face both the Crusaders and the Vienna Sausages to close out their season.
You see two more, let me know. Grab them.
Oh, wrong one! No! F4 now.
I can split my plate in 3 ways, so we can each have like 4 and 2/3.
I just need
Four and a third.
a little more assault rifle ammo if you guys come across any. We can. Okay, just found some. Alright, never mind.
There's one plate.
Approaching that top 15
Good
with
silver.
2 points of placement. Team Hypernova, all 3 players in this one, Grau in hand for Mozzarella Mott. He also has a sniper as a secondary.
I'll drop you some ammo I found. AR, I'm at
And we'll
270.
see how
That's alright. I got.
this helps
I got
out
like
this
120.
team.
We can buy another thing.
Got 7 plates now. That should be good.
Let's just wait and see where the circle goes.
Yeah, dude, we can play this out. Oh, no. Bunker.
I just saw someone running that way.
South.
It's cool to even go around and see if we can get the
As
advantage.
we'll now
on them.
switch
Yeah.
and keep it
Yeah.
strictly
Did they
with
see it?
Team Hypernova
Oh, so
here.
they
Yeah,
did.
they
They're
saw the
sniping?
glint.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I saw the glint.
Maybe I have to move. Who knows? Let's just wait and see.
Yeah, we can play it. See.
It's Hypernova holding this edge of the
We're
map
definitely
now,
gonna have to move. Yeah, I
trying to
guess we'll
play
go
it
up
a
top.
little bit better situation
Yeah,
here.
that's kind of what I'm thinking, is if we go up top and
Let's
around.
see if this helps them.
There's still 15 teams left. We should just play
Cluster
this.
strike on me? Oh,
Come back,
fuck,
Silver,
we got
come back.
cluster. Behind that tree there. Oh my god. How did you... Is there 2 teams?
I downed one.
Shots ringing out in their direction, not sure where they came
The
from.
other team is not... Unless there's 2
Possibly a
teams.
third team
I downed
in
the
the
guy up
vicinity
on the
looking
bar.
at them. However, one of them down, so now they're playing a 2-on-3.
We're gonna be outnumbered. We can't get caught fighting here.
Down
We
to
need to-
your left somewhere, the 2, I saw him on his radar when he died.
Listening to the
I
comms,
don't know.
trying
We
to
gotta start
plan
moving.
out their exit
Oh, we
here.
have someone over here too.
Have to find a way to navigate these hills.
They're in a gunfight.
They're going to have to go right towards this team, possibly taking the battle to them.
Choose my body, there's a ton of shit on it.
I see it.
He hits one.
He looked at me, shot at him. Ooh.
More shots ringing out from the top right side. Now he has to peek up the hill.
Broke him.
They're in a tough
Behind
spot
us.
here, being pinched from both ends. Now they have to fight one or the other.
Oh, no.
Mozzarella gets dropped. 1 player remaining. He probably won't escape this. And there he is, 14th place finish
That's
for
pathetic.
Hypernova. Not where they wanted to be, but you couldn't escape it. That's
Okay, we
2
only got
points
14.
worth of placement.
Oh shit, I missed the placement game. Actually, I can get it on the stream. Okay.
13 points in that one. That'll bring their total to 20.
We got a lot of kills that game. I just couldn't believe how many teams were left for that late.
That was crazy how many
As
people
now we'll
were
switch
right
back
there.
over. Puff and Suds in their own.
This is fucking the most dangerous goddamn loadout ever.
So through 2 matches, a 7 and a 13 for Team Hypernova, known for having a little bit of slower starts and picking up the pieces in
Someone just bought them
games
another
3 and
player
4.
back here.
As hopefully we'll see about the same and bring us some action later on.
There's a lot of shit
As
back
Team
here,
Pup and
too,
Suds
I
putting
mean.
up a 17 in their first match. Arsenal staying alive for as long as he possibly could, picking up 2 extra eliminations. But as he tried to move to the circle, getting shot
Yeah, we
off
got
a
double
rooftop,
threat on us. Careful.
finishing their first game run.
Oh shit, someone's coming from this way. Maybe this track on us. Hit that dude once in the truck. Driver.
Trying to pop some shots from
Pop the
range
bomber.
here on the vehicle moving. Players possibly hopping out of the vehicle as well.
Oh, so I got shot from behind. Double kill. I got nice. I got shot from behind. The west? Somewhere? They're on the big building we were on earlier. Are they? Enemy UAV overhead. I don't really like. Let's head in more. I don't really like this. I don't like this place. Let's go to the train station. I'm moving. In a good position. I guess you killed the people that were doing the bounty on us? Killed the people up there. Yeah, that's right there. I'm gonna get on top. We'll be in a strong position if we get on top. Hey, drop to 1200, Eric. I'm gonna buy, oh, there's no buy station. Yeah, no.
As this one gets closer to that top 20 situation now. We'll see how this team plays as, again, on top of the train station.
Yeah.
Arsenal was alone in this trek last time, now being accompanied by his two
Right
teammates.
here, on this building. Just jumped top.
Arsenal leading the barrage of sniper bullets.
Yep.
Right on the loadout, this could be very beneficial. Oh, and they couldn't hit this shot as it disappeared. That could have been a big moment,
Damn.
as they could not execute. Let that one get away. Hopefully that point doesn't pay for any difficult pushes later on. Let's see how this one pans out.
Someone's doing a thing over here. That's pretty fun.
Recon off in the distance. Let's see if they move towards it. I believe they're going to hold up on this train station, as General and Arsenal have both done major damage this season with the sniper. Definitely more of a medium to long range team.
Go lay down.
Hypernova more of the jack of all trades, as
Oh, I
all of their
mean,
players proving themselves very beneficial in the medium fights.
I'm pretty set on ammo right now.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I'm
fully
good.
loaded on everything.
Not exactly stronger in one area than another.
Huh.
Let's see if that equal play helps them out in this one. Many of these teams definitely understanding their strengths and weaknesses. And we've seen
Right,
scores
here's someone under me.
get much better as
Yeah.
competitive play has gone on through this 12-match season.
Oh, they're
Player
right
underneath
below
him
me.
trying to climb up. Shots ringing out. Can't get enough of them. More shots ringing out. Doesn't hit enough for the second guy. Throwing it down on top of him. Hits one for shield. Not going to push on it. Throws a second one. Nothing. Now he has high ground, moving all the way down to the ground now. Peeking around. Ringing out enough shots now. Gets one down. Going to continue to shoot shots. Moving back. Eyeing him down. M4 in hand. Going to try to peek around the corner. Picking up his shields and the money.
I killed one.
More shields. More money.
I killed one and he killed one. Yeah, but there's...
Armor satchel, one of the more difficult things to pick up,
No.
as it usually gets lost in the mix of everyone else's ammo and loot.
There's a crate right there. T, buy some shit. Buy like a precision. Whatnot.
As an easy elimination for this team,
Get your ass back up here.
getting a cluster strike.
Let's try to wipe out some more people that are coming into train station. 'Cause there's definitely gonna be more people from our backside.
As they're going to try to get possibly the high ground and people to look down amongst this team. And have more teams that rotate through it as they're playing kind of the edge of the circle. There you go. They see some players here going to try to move around. Hopefully corral this team.
Watch that right side. Yeah.
General holding the left. Tumbler pushing up to the right-hand side.
Can you make it back
Arsenal staying at distance, possibly with a sniper.
Oh, someone just bought their
Bought
player
a
out.
player back on the backside. There they are, shooting out. General not able to hit, having a rough start to his night. As those were a couple easy ones, just could not
Got one.
put the cursor on him. However, Arsenal picking up the pieces. Top ground heavy. More shots ringing out.
They're still
Player
down there.
This one is still down there.
as they're kind of peeking down, throwing one off. Hits.
Stunned him somewhere.
Stunned him down in the corner. There goes Arsenal dropping down. He's going to do the dirty work.
Oh,
He
look,
can't
wait,
get it done.
Tumblr, he's right in the corner down
Tumbler's going to have to come down and do his work now.
there. Don't, I got myself revived.
He self-revives, downs him
Tumblr
again.
killed his ass. God damn. Gotta figure out where he is first. Oh,
He's
he's
in the
coming to me
back.
to kill me now. Get him? Yeah, but there's another squad on us.
As Tumbler now
Oh, fucking great.
has a bunch of eliminations
How did I not kill this guy, man?
come into play. As we slide
Coming.
that down so we can see the eliminations once they show up on the
Run away if
screen.
you have to.
Nope.
And that is a 13th place finish.
Yeah, a lot of kills.
So again, 2 points of placement. We shall see.
God, dude. Not getting any kills right now.
What a jump.
That is another 17.
I was wondering the same
And that'll
thing.
put their total to 34 on the night.
It's early too in the day. What are you talking?
I know.
Geared up and ready
You
to
know
go.
what? I'm gonna grab a beer.
Yeah, do that.
And there we are, folks. As both these teams now are settled. We're going to take a quick break here. And we'll get back to the action after we show our ammo showcase video from last week. We'll be right back.
It's 34-20.
There, folks. Now they're playing low ground, but he gets a big snipe there.
How many kills is that? That's 2 in a row, motherfucker.
And we're back with more action here as we get
I
into it with
did.
Team Hypernova.
I'm full in armor.
Need it?
Holding a high ground here. Definitely players
I'm sitting at
around
3 plates right now.
and just outside the
Got 3
hills
as well.
as they
Like, you don't have any
continue
spares?
to
I can drop you guys some each.
Well, I know
try
I'm
to
sitting
have
at
some
3
better
spares.
scores as they just come a little bit short of higher
There's other
placement.
boxes I can still hear.
Definitely getting a few
Okay.
eliminations
You
along
wanna
the
click
way
on
in their
another
first
loadout
2
drop
games.
to see, or-
Yeah, we can check. Maybe that
Need
radio
ghosts?
will try and
Just
get
not able to
Yeah,
break
I
that
always
top
take
10.
hard
Okay, then
round
we'll
for
push
me.
it first.
it. Want to buy a UAV? Maybe at the buy station? Or self-revive?
Sure.
You
As
would
we
be,
approach the
we'd get-
last 40
we'd
minutes
get thirsty
of
this
this
way.
I can drop
prime
the four
time
right
match.
next
We want to say
to
thank you for tuning
Okay.
in. Another great turnout across all 3 platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. We want to say thank you for being here, as the Ammo League has definitely turned out to be a success through the first half of Season 1 and looks to expand
Always a welcome.
next season as we are in
Give me the crowd.
the 10th match
Alright, where are we going
for
back
each
to?
team of a 12-match season, leading to an 8-team
Probably
playoff.
just play up there, right?
Yeah,
Quarterfinals will
this
be
is gonna be our long
one
game.
match,
Okay.
and then a best of 3 in the semifinals and finals, ultimately crowning the Ammo League inaugural season champion.
Oh yeah, eh? So you might have to maybe push more around here.
Pup and
even.
Suds
Yeah,
and
you split the
Hypernova
edge
both
of the
sitting at
circle
5
go
and
in,
4,
Yeah, that's fine.
looking to separate themselves from the pack. As a bunch of teams sitting between that 2nd and 9th place still in the mix. As a lot of these teams with a few bad matches to end the year can find themselves
We're the best.
going from the top to the bottom, and vice versa if they play well. Really, any
Grenade
placement
launcher,
in the
anybody
mix
want
for
it?
any of those teams, really up for grabs. Should be an interesting close to this
Are you
season.
grabbing it or no?
No, I had the growl in my HDR.
I'll grab it.
Same here.
It might be something to clear a building out, just freaking
Drop my
unload on
custom
them.
E90.
Interesting start here from Team Hypernova, playing a lot softer
What is that glare thing?
in the beginning of this game.
Get random green lights.
A few eliminations, but not
Whatever.
many, as they picked off a
It's,
lot early on
north.
in their first 2 games.
Yeah, north. Then
Now
north
playing a
was-
little bit more
I think it,
cautious,
Like, glints every now and then. It always looks like the sniper glint to me.
possibly searching for a higher placement
I've
point,
been
knowing they
getting
came up
random
a little
green-
short
green shit on my screen right
in their
lately.
first couple.
One of the updates.
Oh shit, my bad. I didn't realize we were leaving. I was still on the roof.
Slice, thank you. We're trying to do our best here in our first season of Ammo League play. We're happy you could join us.
Here I'm hearing all chests. Like, this is weird.
I can hold a UAV
As
if
now
you
they
want to buy
enter
another
the
one.
hills. We're going to switch back to the split screen here.
I had a cluster
Yeah, Pup and
strike.
Suds
Oh, I
still
bought the
preparing
UAV
themselves to
itself.
drop into their game rather. As the money is dispersed. See what the play is here. UAVs,
Alright, boys.
Alright,
Wipe
he
that
said,
out of
Tom
the
said he,
and they
he
seem
had
to
to
be
make
all
this some
set, and
spaghetti,
now
so
they
we'll
will
probably have to land somewhere far.
push on here.
There you go.
Onslaught on the map. Let's see how much more cautious this team plays it.
So,
Kind of far,
As
but
yeah.
we suspect them to be searching
Yeah,
for
we'll
much
see if
higher
it goes
placement,
that way. Alright, get
as
it.
that has been their Achilles
plan
heel
on,
tonight.
military, if they come back early, we'll get
Shooting right on our target.
I don't have TV or storage.
Yep, alright. Time typed it. It's over, I'm 60 behind you.
Yeah, I'm a little ways
I'm
back.
not even running. I'm just walking right now with my heartbeat out.
I can pop the radar.
Go, bud.
The UAV. I did it. Do it.
Alright, let's go.
Get your plan.
There's still like 15 people on the
Right there. Oh,
plane with us.
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole bunch in here.
Alright, I'm going to the one left of you.
Here we go as Hypernova drops in on their match. We're going to switch over to them. Excuse me, Pup and Suds drops in at the military base. Let's see this early game play, as this is definitely a spot for heavy
Yeah, he's on top of that green.
combat early on. Let's see what kind of weapons they get. Old Dusty and a pistol in hand for General. General struggling early on in this one. Picking up a Uzi. Hopefully that helps in the short-range combat. Moving to the next room. All teammates looking to get their stuff together. Now moving towards Arsenal, who's the closest to the rest of the place. General still hasn't been able to put on his shield yet.
He just crunched me.
Where did?
I'm on the roof of the
Multiple
building.
teams like
As
that
one of the Hypernova players
I'll come
Down
back.
to
falling early. Let's see
Shot
if they
him up
can
and I
get
just
him
downed him.
revived
A little bit more. Oh, where's
and get back to full strength here, as a player did down him on that side of the screen. But we're going to pay attention here. Team Pup and Suds
Yeah, this is way back here.
bringing out shots from long range. Didn't hit a single one. Now he's going to move back up towards the action. RPG in that area. Better be careful of that. Down to one. You can hear Arsenal calling out.
Can you ping the building?
Around the corner.
The blue?
That's
Is it-
all, and more shots ringing out. Switches over to the hybrid scope. Gets the second one. Elimination. That's a quick one. There's no peek inside. A lot of bullets coming in his direction. That is not good for your health, and he might be done.
Back there.
Creeping around the corner here as the fight continues.
I think
down
there's two
two on
different.
close.
I think it's two teams.
Tom, come give
Back
me if
there
you
and
can.
there.
It looked like there was a second
He's
team behind
picking
him.
up his guy. He's picking his
General's
guy
not going to be able to get
Upstairs?
revived here,
Yeah, stairwell.
as we're going to get over to Arsenal. Oh, we're going to watch this Ghoulie here, potentially
top floor. Got it with the goo. Come on.
a very important gulag for General, as he has struggled thus far. Hopefully turning the hopes around, AK-47 in hand, moving towards the middle, back to the left-hand side, peeking down the column, ringing out shots. Not a live player. That's always pretty difficult, moving down to the right-hand side. Flash ringing out, not hitting. Rocks hitting in the back, so he's going to move up the right-hand column and gets dropped.
Got it with the goo.
And that will not do,
Outside. Outside.
as he cannot escape the gulag yet again,
Shit.
as Arsenal
Tell me
says,
how
don't
good.
worry, folks. Looks like he did legs and back in the gym today, because he is definitely carrying this team thus far,
No armor, I think.
able to do
Let me get some armor.
what the MVP is supposed to do,
No armor,
as he has his eyes set on that prize, being on the watch list to this point in the season. Many good players, and he is definitely one of them, as we continue on with a split screen image here.
Reviving his guy. Silver right behind that truck.
No, this thing is fucking terrible.
I need some armor.
Back out.
Do we no one in the gulag? Oh, you are.
We just need to find where's the closest thing.
As another player, Hypernova going down. That is not going to be enough, as we're going to quickly switch over just to get the score on this one.
People behind us. Yeah.
17th place finish. That's good for
Come back.
1 point of placement. That's an 8-point game. That is their third score of the
Got it
night.
happening.
You're landing. Here, come back, Tom.
That'll bring their score to 28 thus far,
I think he was on top of that roof.
as they've
across the
struggled
way.
us into this one.
Maybe not.
Let's see if their hopes can turn around. As now Arsenal fighting a player right underneath, gets dropped quickly.
Shit, that's lucky.
As
One more, Tom.
Tumbler now
One
is going to have to help out.
Coming around the corner. Right here. Right there.
Let's go, Tom.
And Tumbler
That's fucking clutch. I heard that bastard
coming up
around.
big.
I'm talking about Tom. I can't believe he's not fucking hit that snipe, dude. That was rude.
And that is
need
a
some armor.
military base win for Team Pup and Suds. Another great start for this team. Able to come away with a lot of early game kills. That's going to put themselves in a very good spot here, being able now to loot the rest of this map. A lot of places still unlooted, as this was a quick fight in this area for a lot of these teams.
Not
having time to loot.
Yeah.
However, it seems that they could potentially have a pretty long run to the next circle. Not too bad, but they're going to try to res this, their
Get that
lost
car.
teammate, their captain, and get back to full strength before this loadout drop falls at their feet.
Let's go.
And there he is, bringing him back full strength with just over 30 minutes remaining in our prime time match of the night. The last match to be played in match 10 of the Ammo League season. Match 11 will begin tomorrow and will be covered all the way to Tuesday.
Alright, where are we going? I need a weapon.
Leave the...
Match 12 will begin on Thursday and will go until the following Saturday, and finishing out the playoffs, or finishing out the regular season.
I don't know who's in the chat right now. I'm opening it up. I think I'm up. Thanks for watching, guys.
We're going to go back
Let's do
to
it.
split screen action,
Decent games already.
as Hypernova now
No, I
getting
can
ready
find
to
it.
descend onto the map. Let's see what drop point they choose, as they are looking to right the ship in this one before it's too late. If they play this one well, they have time to get 2 solid games in
Thinking right where we landed last time, and then we just move in.
and set the course for
These circles are
like
a
that,
late
Silver?
really weird.
match win. But only if they put together 2 strong outcomes. Pup and Suds, their 34 has come across 2 games, both 17s.
He gave me a
Hypernova, they're 28 across 3 games, a 7, a 13, and an 8. This match, they're currently descending on. They need to break 7 to better their score
someone lane to this.
as they're going into a game right now. Let's see how this one turns out. They have players down below them. We're going to switch over and keep Pup and Suds on the little screen as Hypernova dropping in on their map. Shots ringing out underneath them. They get 1 elimination. As 2 are together, 1 are apart. Let's see if they get together. All 3. They try to move towards that Scavvy as a player is sitting on that scavenger point. As a player gets sniped on the Pup and Suds side, let's switch over to that action here.
From, I guess, the front.
Going to try and hide so his teammates can revive him. General having a really rough night. Bright lights may be getting to him. As he gets revived, let's see how they recover. Hasn't yet put on shields yet. Trouble with the controller glitch there. He puts them all on, has 1 in his tank. Let's see if he can move now to the left-hand side without taking a shot in his direction. Teammates ahead of him.
Right there too. Do you want to third party them?
Guy just dropped down to our northwest. Like over that way.
Those comms from Hypernova.
I don't have anything to really hit them with. So were those people in that big building right by you?
If this battle with the rocks is any indication of how General's night has been going, hopefully he can right the ship
Yeah,
in this last 30 minutes, holding the high ground now.
Be careful going in that building.
Still lots of game left to play in this one if they want to reach a high placement match here. We'll see how this one goes.
So 1 dead guy here.
Objective located. Certain rocks you can't climb. That's stupid.
Pup and Suds and Hypernova both pushing through areas that are usually a little more populated. However, seem to be the only ones in both of these spots.
I'm pretty sure.
Pup and Suds trying to get to the high ground here
I think I gotta go top to the roof.
on the TV station.
Someone else is sniping us. So
Again, Pup and Suds, one of the better long-range teams. Arsenal being one of the premier snipers. General also doing his part. And you've seen Tumbler come up huge a few times tonight. As Hypernova playing a little more passive in this one. Looking for a placement of their own.
Not seen any. We could go there for our loadout and then rotate in.
As Tumbler goes down. And he was off on his own, so he wasn't able to have anyone come and help him. There he is, shots ringing off for General. Can he get enough? Gets down, has to ring out a lot more. Getting all the shield off of that player. But has to and RPG in his direction, just catches his right leg.
He's gonna get that guy too. Guy can't survive there.
As it all comes down to Arsenal, no shields on him. Let's see what he can do, folks. More
I mean, just one
RPGs.
guy.
Oh, shit.
Tumbler going down.
Had headshots the entire time.
Coming. Yeah, there's 2 of them.
2 players on Arsenal. See if he retreats and gets out of dodge.
Fucking trying to kill me from back here.
You want to rotate now?
Got him on the GT.
Tons of eliminations for this
Already
team.
lost.
Flip it around so we
I
don't
mean,
go
I won
through
the- Did I
downtown.
win?
Well,
Yep,
I'm gonna buy UAV.
I don't remember. That's fine, right?
Is that building? Oh, we pop it.
I think we're good.
Yeah, we're gonna
I'm gonna kill that target. Ah, fucking gulag bullshit.
We just air jump down here.
Yeah, I see him, fire station.
Downed him.
Kept coming.
There's another down on the Hypernova side. We're going to try and
Anyone
switch
else?
over to that action. They're in a fight of their own. Here we are, folks. I'm going to watch them shooting from the roof. Cluster strike coming down. They're going to have to find some shelter quickly. Getting inside the fire station. Replenishing his ammo and a little dollar bills on the way.
Fucking coward.
He's still up there, Matt.
Heads up
2
for helicopter.
players.
Close to having enough. Another.
Remy and Motts
Is moving on you.
trying to keep an eye on him. Sniper
Perfectly
shot
true.
hits him square in the chest. That didn't feel good. Now he's going to try to retreat. Probably throw on some shields. As that gives Hypernova a little bit of time to collect themselves and figure out what their idea is here.
Nice.
As their
So if you can land on
third
me, I'm gonna save spot
now
for fire
returning to
stuff.
play.
Oh, but storm's
Looks
coming
like
in.
Moose.
Alright, I'm gonna grab your gun and drop it.
He's
Sniper.
almost done.
Or actually, you're gonna make it? Okay.
As he's able to get down to his stuff, and all of them are back together
Best
again.
coming.
3 best friends that anyone can have.
Actual, I need recon of the area. Over.
As a player goes down, as I say that, and when they brought one back, they lose one just as quickly.
He was on the opposite
Now
side.
we're Arsenal able to bring back a teammate as well. Let's switch on over to them. As they're a little bit further along now, breaking that top 20. Shots ringing out on their side, on the Hypernova side. As they're in the storm.
Oh, I might not make this.
He's not going to make it, folks. He's going to fall to the storm. As it's just outrunning him just a little bit. However, he's going to be able to crawl there and get the revive. That's going to help him out just a little.
I gotta heal. I have an extra plate I can give you.
Got some, I got some.
As Hypernova stays with 2 players strong currently.
Wait,
Pup and
careful.
Suds all
I think
3
there's one
up.
on our left.
Tumbler with no shields on his body.
The bounty's getting close.
However, General does have some in his person, so
Oh yeah.
Keep pushing
should
the storm.
disperse them to his teammate.
Where's the one on the storm map close?
No. I mean, like
A
you
little
have
bit of
to-
space in
yeah,
between them
down
all.
There, and then there.
Not really worried about that currently, as General
Oh my God, I saw
wielding the
shotgun.
7.25 and a pistol. Not exactly what the doctor
Just try to
ordered.
keep the smoke to my back.
So you might want to
You just have
go
to
back and search for a
pull out.
few
You got 20
weapons.
seconds before that storm rotates in.
Has to be careful though, because he is separating from his team as this circle gets quite a bit smaller.
Do you have the money for Silver? Oh no, shit, it's me. Okay. Fuck this. We're gonna have to take that car in. I'm gonna buy him, I'm gonna run.
That's going to be helpful as he has an LMG, only 100 bullets, nothing else in the mag.
Yeah, I'll land in the storm. Or land in the circle, I mean.
And they get another player up on the Hypernova side. Now they are back to full strength as well. Both of these teams getting close to the
Wanna go
end
towards
here.
lumber?
Precision airstrike inbound. on Pump and Suds. All finding some cover. Bounty nearby. Let's see how they can play it this way. Playing this rooftop, not really moving too far away. As one of their players getting downed.
Yeah, I should have bought an EOV2 while we were there.
Reviving him. Not sure where that shot came from, but it got Arsenal.
You want to go to that buy station?
Arsenal needs the shields. He's going to throw them on. Tumbler. Not sure where he is currently.
Yeah, let's get out of here. We gotta go in.
Well, where's that coming from?
More shots ringing out.
Here, there's a building here.
Dropping down now. As Arsenal in general exiting
Push into the
the
building.
northwest side, peeking up towards the top here. As he gets another one quickly. I almost didn't see him in time before he dropped. And ended his day.
I think there's another team shooting at him actually.
All across the way.
Arsenal popping shots as they're trying to move into the circle.
Mark the armor. Downed him.
Another down. Good miss.
Definitely, he's gonna heal him. Dude, keep pushing this. Dude, already down one up here.
I'll be there as soon as I can find something, fellas.
As they're going to push across.
Well, there's
With
a
no
cluster.
regard for their placement. Top 13.
Yeah, I can't.
Top 10 is where the next placement points come. That's 4 points of placement when you reach that point. Very open space here and a cluster strike overhead. Just ending. Pushing up the hill now.
Is that the team that is out there though?
I'm not going far, so.
Yeah, where the fuck did they go?
I can give you a plate. Do you run me? Oh.
I am, look, I already left, but I'll search these houses right now.
Just be careful, that dude is close to you.
Definitely didn't get that kill. Oh, right over here.
I'm just gonna hit this station.
Sniper
right here.
shot
Someone just
in
got
their
revived
direction.
the buy station back here. He's
Players a
landing
little
right
below.
here.
Again, only an LMG on hand. Another precision airstrike coming down. They're going to have to move.
Yeah.
And he gets hit by it, and he's gone.
We need to be better at getting airstrikes and shit.
Right here on the outside.
God damn it.
Precision airstrike gets them both. Now Arsenal,
Fuck, did I miss that?
Ghoulie to stay alive. Left-hand side, peeking down that left column.
We just had to start
Not
before
seeing
the
anything.
third.
Now peeking across it. Gets the shots in. Shots down.
Dude,
Bang, bang. See ya.
Yeah, we still got plenty
Heading
of
back to
time.
play.
Yeah, chill.
7 eliminations for Arsenal in this one.
It's like almost like
6, excuse me.
12 teams saying die, and then we'll decide if we roll another
Gonna
game.
float amongst the clouds.
No, we still have time for another game, dude.
down in there.
Plenty of time. As now they're gonna drop right down to that
Triple kill.
loadout. With placement just on the edge. He's not gonna worry about it. Dropping right on his stuff. Lots of boxes here as
Yeah,
well.
watch out for the other team that might be coming in.
As he's gonna get his loadout quickly.
I'm not in a bad spot here.
Need armor?
As he's gonna have to leave right now.
Look, you have extra.
He doesn't have a fully loaded class, ringing out shots on a player, throwing one C4, doesn't get it. Throws a second one, it's one thrown right back in his direction. That's a 12th place finish, folks. That might be a little bit detrimental to the total, as he could have kind of hung up there in the clouds to get a few more placement
Oh,
points.
we have far to go too.
As they only get 2 placement points.
Dude, I haven't seen like barely anybody.
That's a score of 13 for Pup and Suds.
Yeah, I can find some armor.
That's terrible. They're pushing a little bit.
I found a couple.
That brings their total to 47 on the night. Not where either one of these teams wanted to be. A little bit of a slow night. However, enough time to really ring in a really good game here. As both of these teams now trying to do their best impersonation of what we've seen
Push the hillside.
in past
They're keeping their backs to the storm.
matches. As a lot of these have come down to extra time in the late play. Let's see how this one turns out. As Pup and Suds have a 17, 17, and 13, bringing their total to 47. Hypernova with a 7, 13, and 8,
10 headshots.
sitting at 28 points on the night. 15 minutes remaining. Let's see how this turns out as Hypernova now top 16, 15 approaching.
Like we go even
See
higher.
how this goes.
Yep, that's fine.
I'm gonna be up there. I'm gonna go meet them.
Is there any way we can utilize our money? No, we're not near any buy stations.
You have your loadout, Remy, or no?
No, I have two M13s.
Shouldn't one more be dropping though? Relatively soon,
I have
right?
a thermal and a custom one, like a steel lightning that comes from the packages or boxes. I can get up here and I will pop a drone real quick for us.
Friendly personal radar overhead.
This high ground could be in their best interest here. As again, they have been searching for high placement, they have not been able to accomplish that feat. Known for late game
team
heroics.
there.
Let's
One
see
in
if
the
they are able
tower
to
and then
do
two in
it
that building.
again. Definitely enough time to have this one play out
Two in low building,
and
one
start
high.
anew. Let's see if these last two games can be their
But
best
I
two.
mean, I could have missed like a team up here if they're running cold-blooded.
You still see them. It says you can't track them though.
Oh, okay.
Shooting sounds pretty close. Silence though. It's out in the northwest. Yeah, we just need to get a good placement
Yep,
here.
they're firing.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
This has been a very common tactic for most of these teams in this league,
Where was that?
using that edge line
Oh, shit.
to walk amongst the sides of the
We
mountaintops.
literally just stay like right here.
As
That
game's gonna be later,
Yeah.
as the Circles have really played to that kind of
Still splash out.
situation. First one up the hill, usually
Really
having the
close.
best chance as
I'm
long as they don't
coming
get
up.
pushed
I'm
from
like
both
50
sides
meters
at the
behind you
same
guys.
time. Let's see if they're able to handle
are they fighting down
teams
here?
coming up in their direction.
Oh, that might be where it is. Yeah, I can hear them yelling. I don't. Oh. There's that car that shouldn't be there. So.
Found a vehicle.
Someone's like right. Oh, they're in the bunker.
Yeah, they're under us.
As that new bunker
Shaky.
right
I don't even know where
underneath
the
them, they're
hell
gonna
the
have to
bunker
try
entrance
and
The
is.
bunker is right
force
there.
that team out.
Okay.
What color mark? Blue?
Matt, stay up high.
Okay.
Yeah, blue.
Because they don't have to move here.
Yeah, I just saw him walk back in.
I got one guy, 30 meters. Yep, straight ahead. Oh, no, I'm falling.
Just watch our hill because that fire station may push us.
Okay.
There you have it, the comms. Knowing somewhat where
I see
the other
three guys
teams
on my
might be
radar in
coming
there.
from.
There's two teams.
Peeking down the hill.
Oh,
And he
they
gets
got
hit
it.
from that left-hand
Fire
side, just like they thought. Gonna have to retreat back to his teammates. Not a lot of cover up in this hill. Gonna have to use their little nooks and crannies to try to keep themselves safe. 5 kill streak now. More shots
Broke
ringing
shield on
out.
one. Oh,
Mott's
they're getting third party.
third party gets it down,
Down
steals one kill from him.
There's another guy here.
Shots from distance.
Down
Gets
the-
another down. Gets 2 from long range. Using the sniper now. Trying to get his finish. Gets 1, gets
Team wipe.
2. Team wipe.
Watch
That's huge
watch
for them,
that,
folks. Now we're in the top
bunker.
10 situation.
killed
Top
one.
7
I need to
I, need
approaching.
to
One in
I
there.
gotta check their bodies for shields. I have nothing.
Guy has nothing here.
Gonna have to
Someone's
push,
still
but
chilling
no
in the
one. That
bunker.
team was fighting for another one, possibly from behind.
I have no shields on me.
No
Is that a
shields.
UAV? Thought I saw this.
Here, Matt.
Ammo
Matt.
is aplenty now.
There.
Oh, thank you.
2 shields. You're gonna throw them on to get the full strength.
Oh, I don't want this thermal.
1 extra.
There's guns in front of the front there.
I just got a growl on an MP7. I'm good.
Where's that last stuff at?
Far back, Matt.
And here they are, all the shields you need.
Yeah, I got a lot of ammo.
Gotta
There's
get an
some good
armor
guns here.
satchel here. Also a
One of those under you, I'm
UAV.
fine with guns.
Oh, he didn't
But I
take the
mean, one's,
UAV.
like,
He
under
left
you.
it behind.
Okay.
You're gonna have to come out. So if we just play this, it's fine.
That could play a part in how
Keep
this
watching
one
behind
ends,
us.
folks.
I'll watch bunker. I mean, I'm pretty well. I'm on the level now.
Hopefully he's gonna go back and
Oh.
check
Even
that
another, it's
loot.
probably the bunker kid.
I'm gonna get it and just get ghost.
I believe it was a
I have
UAV that
nothing
he
to shoot.
passed.
Just heard someone's dropping there.
Yes, right there. Okay, there he is.
I need recon of the area.
Maybe he's listening to the
Team wipe.
broadcast, folks,
There's
because
another
he
guy.
almost
Yeah,
Coming-
he's
there's one
in-
on
he's
top
in
of the hill.
bunker still.
Oh, still the
surpassed
bunker?
that.
Okay.
Now
Oh,
they're
it's
gonna
gonna
have to
crap
try to
out of
move
me.
up to the hill. That
Yeah,
team
that
from the
did
bunker is gonna
bunker.
have to leave. So let's see
Matt,
how
there's a
this
guy.
He's
plays.
gonna have to come out. So.
There, if you can snipe that.
As that UAV
All the way up top.
Blue ping.
Okay.
Yeah, right on the
possibly
edge
being
of
able to
that
Is he
pinch a
alone?
player now. Looking down off the crest. Aiming a little
Can't
off.
see him. Trying to get a little closer. Oh, it's okay. It's far. Still 7 teams left.
There's a lot of ground here. It's a lot of
I'm
teams
down
in a
his
very
lower
confined
corner.
space with not a lot of cover. So let's see how teams navigate these, as we might see a large drop off as this circle closes.
Are you able to get that loadout or no?
7th place. That's good
Yeah,
for
I
7
got it.
placement points. The highest
close
they've
for me
had
to
thus
grab?
far tonight.
I need to get my good sniper. I just have a
The
random one.
next top placement point is at 4th
He can
place,
play Storm.
worth 10 points.
Yep.
That'd be an additional 3 to what they
Yeah,
currently
he's
have.
trying to get out.
As he's gonna go try to get down to that loadout, possibly getting a ghost class.
I mean, that's
As
not
As he
all
gets
of
his
them, though. Nope.
sniper,
Still another one in there. Yeah.
so he has his
Go
growl
back
and a
up top.
sniper in
You guys
hand.
cover. Heads up for storm coming.
They
Let me
know,
know if you need
they
me to
know
come down.
I'm here. They don't know you're there.
As he's
Behind
all
us,
by
behind us,
himself,
behind
gets
us.
shot from behind. Hot team up higher. He's getting shot hard. Trying to retreat, moving off away from
my
the
God.
rest of his teammates. RPG
healing.
just going overhead, missing him. Throwing on all his
Yeah, I'm
shields.
going to help Matt. You guard
5
that kid.
left. Gonna try to
That's
get
fine.
back to help.
I don't know where he is.
Sliding up the left-hand side.
Downed one. I downed one.
Downed 1. Now he's gonna push up behind him. Great
Team
team play. That's a
it?
team
Yeah.
wipe, folks. Great recovery from
Good job,
Hypernova
Do they have anything?
as he picks up more shields. More money. Won't need that. However, now they're in a great spot, high ground, shooting down below.
Yeah, our armor.
I'm good. I'm at 6th place.
That loadout
Satchel
disappearing.
and a
Thus,
gas mask.
one last team in the vicinity. 4 teams remaining.
I'm just watching the hills.
That's at least 10 placement points.
I saw
Their
a loadout.
biggest-
We're losing ground.
Game
I
of
have
the
Go
night.
away.
Precision.
Does that mean
I picked
anything?
up both them dead bodies,
Let's
so
listen
I
in.
can drop one.
I didn't get
Yeah.
team wipe when I killed those kids, but I don't know. No, you took them out. Never mind.
Yeah. So one of the loadouts disappeared. Does that mean they're all dead?
Yeah, that team means that's a team wipe.
Okay. That's what I figured.
Over there, Matt.
And that's a down from distance.
Shot.
Storm coming behind us.
Don't know if they're going to be able to get that finish.
He's hiding behind the.
Precision airstrike ringing out on him.
Down there to the right.
Can you think it?
Behind. Oh,
Another.
And this is the first.
Matt, over yonder.
Killed that kid
Live
down
mark.
there.
They got the kill
Live
there.
mark, live mark.
3
Two of 'em.
teams remaining. Peeking off that
next to
same
each
direction as
other.
before. Gets
No,
that double
shooting us
kill.
down low.
A collateral.
I gotta heal.
What a shot.
I want to think it's down on orange.
Hey,
Oh,
it's
fuck,
3v1.
there we go.
3v1. They have the
He's
high
down here.
ground. Anakin would not be happy.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's going
Pushing
there.
to him now.
I'm gonna
Yep.
go around him.
Got it. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
One player. Mott moving to the right-hand side, trying to get a flank on him. Other 2 holding strong.
See you down below.
I'll watch down below.
playing it
Wasn't
very
though, he was
patient,
like, oh,
knowing
yeah,
that he
here
has
it
to move
comes.
to him. Shots ringing out. He is outside the circle. He has to move to it.
Got revive.
Looking down. And that is the victory,
Guys,
folks.
We got 6 minutes to start our last one.
11.
That removes their 7. That gives them a 25-point win. Let's see what the kills add up to.
The photo for the stats. I'm back to south. Why can't I leave?
This is the video.
Why can't I leave?
That is a 21 kill game.
The video?
You got 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Good enough for 46.
That was a
Dirt on your
40
face.
That was a 46
Matching
point game right there.
pretty much what Team Pup and Suds has been able to do to this point. Bringing their total on the night to
Shooting the gra- or the
67.
ram instead of this M4.
Yeah.
That's 67.
No, I
Put
just
up
mean it,
with
like,
plenty
it
of
doesn't
time
bounce
to
as much.
play
I'm
their
flipping it to
last,
the right and it doesn't
as this
move as
time
much.
has really played to their favor. As now we switch over to Team Pup and Suds, as they're going to have to do the same here and put up big numbers.
Yeah, buy something.
Let's see if they're able to do it. Gonna be tough. As now it's a 20-point lead for Hypernova. And Hypernova's lowest point total at this point is an 8. Hypernova might have just put up the point total they needed to really put themselves in a great spot.
Give me $300, someone. Buy armor box.
Pup and Suds really needing to come away with a large victory here. Their lowest score to this point, a 13.
Alright, where are we going?
Oh shit.
And this is definitely going to be their last one as more shots ringing out on Arsenal. Arsenal very low, having to throw on shields. Able to put them all on. Shots ringing out now from General. Guy laying down on the rooftop. Gets the one down on the rooftop. Now he's going to try to throw a grenade right on the player. Great toss. Does he get it? Nope. Goes a little bit far.
Don't push
Yeah.
hard down the other way.
Peeking over with the sniper. Sees the face.
There we go.
Not anymore. Good night.
You got him?
Yeah.
Drop down there
there's
and
one.
get armor, T.
More shots ringing out. Definitely the teammates. Peeks to the left-hand side. Doesn't see it. Peeks to the right-hand side. Now he gets players moving in on him.
I hit him with
General
the
down again.
right here. Fuck, he's in this one. Right where I marked.
Hiding behind inside the cubby. Arsenal definitely going to try and push that. Teammate Tumbler probably not too far behind.
Fuck, my controller's about to die. Right in here.
He's right in there.
Squad wide.
There he is. Molotov thrown.
Not enough gas, though.
Elimination.
Plug in your controller, Tom, before Can't, my controller cord's too far.
Pup and Suds has had a little bit of struggles in this one.
Gotta find a little more gas.
There you go. Take that, yeah.
Gotta be some boxes that haven't been released yet.
Damn, this is gonna be our
Hit
last
that
game.
building over there.
And there you have it, folks. They realize that the time is not in their benefit.
Is there a
Knowing that
box
this is
out
their
there?
last game of the night. Hypernova also in their last. So let's break down the scores, shall we? Pup and Suds, their lowest score to this point is a 13.
Hey, there's a search box on the fire station. We're not doing the track. No, that's fine. No. Stay
No, it's,
outside.
yeah, just stay smart.
So if you subtract that
We can lift this
13
small thing and then go
from their
back
score right now, they're at 34 points.
in. Shit.
They would need a 34 in this one just to get past that 67-point total. That being said, Hypernova in their last game of the night,
Let's get this target.
currently their low score is an 8. If they break 8, that score rises. So think about it like this. Score right now is 34 to 59.
I'm gonna get on the roof of the big building of storage.
34 to 59. That's a 25-point difference. So whatever
Total?
Hypernova puts up
10.
here, Heaven Suds is going to have to better it by 25 points. 26 to win.
Almost top 15. They love this one.
6 eliminations on the mark for Arsenal as he most likely in his mind before this one started knowing he needed 21 eliminations to tie the current leader. It's Eggy of the Crusaders for the top elimination getter spot with 194, Arsenal at 173 before this match tonight.
Come on, get the bounty.
Oh, someone's on the bounty.
Oh, sick. Oh, yeah. Well, they're doing the flag right there. Come on, come towards us. They're doing that flag, I think.
Pumpin' Sud's going to have to play a bit of a slower game here,
See, I got 62.
knowing they have to get a win in this one.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
I'll tell you
Drop
what's on
some
this
down
guy.
right here.
This guy has some.
Arsenal with a quick snipe from distance.
Up here on the roof.
On the roof? Okay.
Oh, here. Oh, here. Wrong roof.
Alright, so they're also in their last game now, too. But still, we should... Tiebreaker is points scored, so we still gotta try and get as many as we can.
Do I take this? Do I take the black aspen?
You can
or
hear
go
that
and
communication
take
right
the
there.
RPK or-
You heard them explain tiebreaker is
Alright,
points
that
scored,
truck went that way.
meaning they're paying attention to the playoff circle at this point, knowing that if you score high points and you are split in the head-to-head, it comes down to that total points scored, which could be
There he is.
a big point to play.
That little building.
You want to push?
There you go.
I think he might
With
be
game
alone.
12
Oh, he's
match
going back to the
12,
truck, I think.
Thinking
He
what-
He
ran
against
to
the
the left.
team you
He's
started
gone.
your season off against.
Ran.
Oh, from behind.
And there he is,
That's
shots
fine, we
hit.
go across this.
He
We
gets
can go
sniped
across.
from
Go there.
behind,
You
folks.
don't really got shit.
Take care of this dude.
Got a dodge and weave.
Here, come over here
Weave
and lay
and
down.
dodge.
Hey, he wants
He's
us
using
to go.
that satellite.
They have one guy dead right
Cover
now,
hits
one guy
body.
bleeding out,
That might give him enough time
and
to
the last guy
revive
is
him.
fire tank.
You might want to
Oh,
look in the
so
direction of that
sketch.
player standing still now. He gets him up. He gets hit in the movement, but he's all right now. He's going to try to put on some shields.
Alright, dude, I'm
Hold
challenging
himself in a
this
good
guy.
spot, able to get himself back to full. Now they're going to have to find a way to exit. They get off the rooftop, dropping down to the ground.
Yeah, I hear it. I'm trying to get there.
I hurt both of them a decent amount, but didn't actually shield.
Two people?
Yeah, it's two.
It's Hypernova
Right up here.
getting put down here.
Three, the whole squad.
The whole squad on the move.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Get out of
keep
here.
going.
Leave us behind.
As we have a gulag coming up for Team Hypernova.
Shot one.
And this
so
could
probably
be
terrible idea.
huge.
We're in the same gulag.
We'll switch over to that when he drops into the gulag.
Well, that sucked. I wasn't
That could be
expecting
huge in the scheme of things.
Yeah.
They must have saw us.
As
cross
shots
the
ringing out on Arsenal as he tries to escape. Both of his teammates
I'm going in next.
already
Okay.
gone. Not enough
Alright,
money
he's,
to
you know,
res his
right side.
teammates.
I think he's on the wall on the right. I can't see him. I think he's on the right.
Try and make something happen
Yep, he's
here.
back right of his spawn. Back right, he's facing you. He's facing mid. Facing mid now. There you go.
Chill on one of these and just wait.
Thank you, buddy. I'm gonna drop in on
As he
the
goes to the
Alright,
gulag
fine.
quickly.
There's none here.
And that
got
left-handed
mine.
column
They
uses
push your
a
body,
few things to get in the
got
way of the
guard.
bullets.
There's a door. Just go for it here.
Pops out the
They
right
might be
time,
going.
finishes, and he'll return to play, keeping the Hypernova hopes alive
That
to
car from the car.
hopefully pull away with some more points
There's a.
and lengthen that lead. As we are now in
There's some
extra
guns
time.
in the orange house. There's
This
no
is the
ammo,
last
really.
game for each of these
Oops,
teams.
my bad.
Oh,
He
I
fell,
one time.
and that's the second one we've seen tonight. One for each side.
Remy, dude, you don't ever do that.
I got distracted.
As now he'll be revived.
Oh, that's like the worst spot.
Probably
It's us and that team.
Maybe we
There's
shouldn't
two of
push
them
him.
that fell there. I don't think we should push
both
right
teams-
now.
No,
A
I'm
little
just
bit of
going to
difficult
this house.
positions here. Arsenal by himself at the airport. Lots of levels here.
Let's do
A
that
lot of
contract. so we
sneaky
can,
corners if you don't
find some.
know the area well enough. Possibly hearing
I
doors
can drop
around.
an
I'm going
Odin
to try to
for you.
move away from it.
Okay. Fuck.
As now he's approaching that top
Should we
10
just get in the car and
situation.
leave?
Play
I think we
for
should
this
just leave.
He's
guy
going to
or
have
what?
to
Yeah, hey, they're there.
Okay,
summon
they're
his
gonna push it.
inner Irishman here.
We should. I think we should just leave. Honestly. Well, unless you guys can take him. I have
Do
2
his
shots
best
in my shotgun.
Cushy impersonation
Here, come up here, Matt. Come up here.
to come
Here,
away
get
with
Odin.
a late match
And I can give you my
victory
last
here.
2 plates.
As Arsenal, the only one
Yeah,
alive,
That was not good. That's what I thought.
with 11
Yeah, this
teams
might be it.
remaining,
Yeah, let's not do it. I can.
needing
I
a
think they know
large
we're
point
here.
total here just to keep
So,
their
we'll
teams.
go out the back window
hopes
and we'll
alive.
have Silver pick us up.
10 teams
Or we
remaining
just
now,
run down
getting
the hill.
4 placement points there. So just with
all
him
of them
alone,
going to
Pup and Suds sitting at 10
I'm
points.
I'm running down the road. I'm not even talking with them.
Okay. Yeah.
We got a
Oh,
team. We
someone's-
got a team.
In the
Might as
street.
well just get shielded at this point.
I don't want to engage it without you guys.
I got shot
Another
at.
another guy up here.
Hypernova getting shot at now, and they're in open space. That could not be worse timing.
Oh, he's sniping at me. I can't move. Alright.
Hiding in the tall grass,
I am
not
very
the
bad.
greatest of guns at his disposal. Downs one, Arsenal. The sniper in full effect hits the second one. He gets another.
Oh, he's a solo.
He hits another one. He's gonna push with the MP5 in hand. Left hand corner, peeks.
Go, E.
Should we push Firehouse?
Nanite.
Some money, bro.
Think we can make it?
No. But I don't.
That's
I'm hoping
9.
This will engage each
Run,
other.
run.
See, they're fighting each other
Yes, they
now.
are engaging. Yeah. Woohoo.
Now we're in a top 9 situation, folks. 9 eliminations to his credit.
Before Silver
Players
lands,
Baudet laying right there. Gonna try to move up the staircase now.
so he doesn't land on top of.
A small circle, and he's almost dead center. Gonna have to hold this
Been
staircase.
looted.
Hopefully no team
wanna check
moving
this
up
house here?
to him. Not sure if he has Ghost in hand. I don't believe he does with the loadout he currently has.
Loop through. Oh, yeah, we are not
Oh,
gonna survive.
there's a N90.
Not on the
there's
high ground
Alright.
either. This could be tough. Now he's gonna have to move
and a blowtorch
to
up
that
here, Silver.
circle.
I landed at the loadout because I knew I was waiting for that one team to leave, and then I got shot in the back by another one.
Are the teams still there, you think?
If you guys can sneak around this way or way, like far away,
I think we
you
can.
can get it.
Okay.
And we're gonna switch and keep it
Everyone coming to me.
strictly on Team Pup and Suds here. Gonna be very quiet as Arsenal, not one for many words. And his team lets him focus now in a top 7 situation. As he throws a C4 just to help him out if a team pushes either from the high ground or from the low, as the airport is right above him. Players can drop from that.
Start shooting, yes, come on.
Shots ringing out. Trying to stay as silent as possible here. 7 teams remaining. He has 9 kills to his credit. Definitely approaching his goal of 21 if he hasn't passed it yet. 6 teams now. Next placement only comes at top 4. He's going to climb the ladder and peek over the top here. He's going to have to move. Continuing on. Players below him. He's going to try. He misses. He's going to have to get to the side. Players flying above him. Gets 1 down. Now he's going to get back inside here.
Shitty.
Doesn't know where the rest of his team is.
Patient.
Can he get the finish? He gets revived right there. Going to have to peek down the side. Doesn't know where the rest of them are. Player moving in on him. He gets another down. Gets the elimination. Now he's going to have to revive quickly. Peeking back to the corner. Moving to the next doorway. Getting shot from them. But he gets inside quickly. Now he's going to climb the staircase. Going to try to hold it. Has to move again. And the player is staring him down. 6 teams still remaining. Peeking down underneath. That player is down there and has a pretty good spot in the circle. And have to move to the corner. Now he does. Player flying in overhead does not care about him. Only peeking to this player that is sitting down below.
Guys in the blue building's windows?
Yeah, to your right. Right across.
Across from you.
Yeah.
Gonna have to play it slow. Peeking over. Gets 1 down from distance. Peeking up to the top now. Gets a second one.
One up on that roof.
Drops right behind him. Gets the elimination. That's 11.
Wait it out there, you're good.
He's right underneath. Now he's going to have to wait for a second. Cluster strike just overhead. Throwing one of his C4s right on the staircase. Someone drops down. He's going to blow that up right on them. 11-3. Now throwing 1 gas grenade out. Not hitting anything. Going to hide in this corner. 4 teams now.
Right above me. I'm down, I dare you.
They're going to have to. He's going to have to move in a very tough rotation. Hopefully teams will move themselves quicker rather than later. He's going to have to go. He's going to have to go and do it quicker than he can. He's not going to be able to get it.
Oh, so fucked.
He doesn't have the life to be able to make it here. If he dies, is that a 3rd place finish? Gets a 4th place finish. Tough rotation, but he did his job to the best of his ability. That's 10 points
That's
of
unfortunate.
placement.
That was
21,
bad, dude.
22, 25.
Just sucks we couldn't get us back in either.
Decent placement though.
That's just, dude, that's just so fucking unfortunate though.
I know.
I think there was a gas mask. There might have been, but what can you do?
Earlier, probably. Earlier, yeah.
And that'll bring their total
Yeah.
to 59. That is just not enough. As that takes out their score.
So you had won again.
Dude, I mean, I just couldn't get
On the
shit, and then I
13.
could never get in.
Played
We'll
out though.
switch it
Total
over
points
to
router.
Team Hypernova, who will go on to win and move to 6-4 on the season. This loss for Team Pup and Suds helping a few teams. This win
Yeah,
for
that
Team
was a
Hypernova
rough
certainly
game.
hurting a few.
This guy have? Oh, a thermal. I don't even want that. I'd take a
You were in
pistol
the top
over
9.
it.
So we're at top 7 gets you 7 points.
And so this is just to add a little bit on here. As their lowest score right now is an 8, so anything better than an 8 will continue that rise on their score. Hypernova Again, putting on a show
Oh, you
late.
have 58 seconds. Storm's gonna get you.
Team Pup and Suds
Oh, guess not.
definitely having a great performance
Cars.
from
There's
the
a car here.
MVP
Oh,
candidate.
I didn't mean to switch. Oh, you're
Arsenal.
Never mind.
I'm pretty close.
thought you
Tumblr
were
having
rougher
some
for
moments.
some reason.
General, unfortunately, having one of his rougher nights, has been able to put up huge points in favor of Team Pup and Suds in
Yeah, no,
recent
silver back.
matches.
If you can
Not able to
find
do it
one.
tonight.
See, this one's
They
on
will
the
fall to
Team
5 and
very
5
edge of
and
the storm, though. You might be able to
right
like
in the mix with the rest of the pack,
just pop in and grab them.
as both the Toast Herd
Depending on
and
the
Rico's
timing of it.
Roughnecks sitting at
It's
5
either
and
that
5 currently.
Or there's one a little bit further ahead. I'll ping it once you get closer. If you have the gas mask, then you might be able to. It's probably your safest bet.
Team Hypernova now moving to the outside of this circle.
Silver, what weapon you want? You want the Gur?
Top
or you want
7
the...
now.
That's
So
up to
as
you.
it stands,
know.
just with,
Involved in there.
I believe this is
Oh, and you're pretty close to
Moose,
the next circle too.
otherwise known as Silver. Oh, this is Remy, excuse me. Remy ringing out shots, not enough. However,
doing
he
out there?
dies quickly. A 7th place finish. So let's see how this one
that
goes.
last one was rough. But we got the W.
That's a 12, so that'll remove their 8-point game. Give them an extra
What place
4
did you get
points,
there?
and their
Yeah,
total will be moved to 71.
No.
And that will be the final in this one. A good night of Ammo League
I don't know if
action
we did any better.
as Team Hypernova moves
know
to
either.
6 and
Oh,
4 on
we
the
got
season
71.
with a 71-59 win
Hey, we won.
over Pup and Suds. Again, we want to say thank you for tuning in to another great night.
Six,
And we hope you stay tuned for the rest of the year as we have a couple more weeks, or a couple more matches ahead.
So, Silver, for this
And we
next week,
shall
mostly a late
see
game, right? You
how
said
the
around
playoff contention pans out.
Yeah, I
I'm
can't
Zeta
do
Fly.
early.
I want to say
Okay.
thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.